Stop chasing. Okay, listen, we got a great live stream for you coming up. All right. So many plays from yesterday's live stream have been hit, right? We did Hood, we did Intel. I'm gonna go into all of that. Right now, we about to have the Fed speak. So I'm just gonna be tuning into my group right now, the Prosperity Collective, and just kind of seeing what's happening with with what he's saying. And if we see any crazy moves in the market, we will actually take some right here on live. All right, so you dropped into a really good live if you fell on this one. All right, as you come in again, hit that like button. All right, I will never gatekeep levels, never gatekeep any of the information that you need to be successful. All I need you to do is just hit that like button. Do right. Matter of fact, let's do it together. All right, y'all take if you want this call, take your finger right now and just hit on the mouse so that we can get a like. All right, it should always be as many likes as it is people in here. All right, that's gonna get it out into the algorithm to the people that need it. All right, who we got up in here? As y'all come in, man, y'all let me know where y'all chiming in from. Y'all let me know, how y'all feeling today. Say what's up. Do something. All right, Burpee Boot Camp. What's going on, man? Is it or man, woman? I'm not sure. I can't tell by the profile pic, but Burpee Boot Camp. Salute to you. What's up? Liz, how you feeling over there? Nawan, what's going on? QTZ. Ali Payne. Yes. All right. Let's see what's going on in these charts, yo. Let's see what's going on in these charts. I got the see what they're talking about in the group right now. I'm like, y'all are on live with me. Y'all are on live with me. I'm telling them all to say hey right now. All right, so yeah, we just kind of sitting back and just like waiting for the move. All right. So again, as y'all come in, hit that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Alchemist, what's going on, brother? Spence, how you feeling? You said it's still cold in Maryland, man. I'm so glad I'm not there right now. I'll be there soon though. 2600 bands. What up, man? How you feeling, man? Where you been at? D Goods, what's going on, brother? Jazzy D, Nawan, how you doing? All right, y'all. We about to just go ahead and flip to the charts. We about to go ahead and flip to the charts. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that down. All right. Let's see what we got going on. All right. So as y'all can see, man, today we killed it. Like if you were in Intel, you already know. Like look at this. Just look at this. Look at this. I'm preaching to the choir to everybody that got in it. But if you didn't get a chance to get in this is what happens on live. This is why it's important to make sure that you set your notifications for 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern every weekday, right? We got levels that you can only get in, during a certain period of time, right? We get off live in the group, pretty early in the morning, but I come back on here on YouTube to point out, like the plays that are starting to make their way. All right, so this is what we're doing right now, right? This is live action right here. We are waiting for the break of this high, right? We get a break of this high right here, we're gonna take it to this next level, 50-50. All right, or 50-25, whatever. I'm a little off. But when we get the break of this 49, we are going to take it up here. All right, so this is what I'm waiting for. Right now, we have a bullish 3-bar, right? Which will also be a bullish engulfing, which will also help take it out of this bull flag right here. So we just got to be patient. We really just sitting back. But I want to make sure that the move is the move. Sometimes the initial move is not the move. When Powell starts speaking. So we're actually going to just kind of like sit back and wait. All right. How y'all feeling, man? How's y'all trading been going? I'm gonna flip back to y'all. How's y'all trading been going? I know a lot of y'all been killing it, man. He said been busy, fam, just locking in on some. Hey, I know the feeling, brother. I know the feeling. Sometimes you gotta go in that mode, you know what I'm saying? Miss Virgo, how you feeling? P, what up, bro? Zay, what's going on, man? Yeah, as y'all come in, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, all right? It takes 1 second to just hit that button, and it does me like that's the best thing that y'all can do for me if you ever thinking about it, right? Just if he got something, let me just blind like it, just blindly like it. Like he posts something, like it. That's what can help me the most, more than anything. All right. So if you coming in, hit that like button, and like I said, I never gatekeep any of the information. Let's see. I'm trying to listen to both of y'all. We got people in the group. When me and Zay live at the same time, people be going back and forth, right? Um, so yeah, all right, cool. Let me switch back to the charts. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, it's starting to pump now, y'all. It's starting to pump. We're not entering just yet, but it is starting to pump. It's starting to get to our level of 49, right? Really up here is really more like 49. 25 is really more like what it is. So once we get there, then I'll go ahead and break out the phone and start loading contracts. But this is what we're waiting for, y'all. The movement on this has been crazy, and yeah, we had to go ahead and take profits earlier so that we could just cool down, clear our mind and get back into the zone to make the best move, right? It's important to do that because when you up, you just be like you be hopped up on adrenaline, and you think that move is like normal. So you got to bring yourself back down to earth. You got to relax a little bit, and then you can see the market really clearly. So like I said, we getting a lot of buyers coming in right here, which is good, but we need confirmation. We needed to break above here, right? We needed to break above here. Matter of fact, let me draw this little thing out on that's the 15-minute. Yeah, I like the 30-minute pullback better, right? This is a better visual for y'all. So here we are right here, right? It's always important to like just be active with your trades and draw and adjust, right? Draw your levels and adjust them as necessary based on price action. So look, we got a clean bull flag right here. So this is really the move. It gapped up right here. So this is really a flagpole if we want to talk about like how far it can go. So let's do a little quick measurement on this, right? This is from the point of breaking out about right there. We're going to add that to the bull flag at the breakout point, but we're thinking that breakout point is going to be today. So we're going to bring that about right here. All right. Then we're going to bring this down. Oop. We're going to bring this down, and this is showing about where it should go. And what do you know? It's taking us right to the gap fill, y'all. It's taking us right to the full gap fill. So, like I said, when we can break out of this area right here, when we can break out of this flag, that's when we're going to see some more movement, right? We had a very, very strong movement today. We took our profits. There was no need to stay in any longer. It pulled back. It started to consolidate a little bit inside of this flag, and now we just need a breakout. All right. Also, when it does break out, right, if you are thinking about putting multiple contracts on, you may want to just put one contract on initially, right? Again, I want to see it get a close. Like let's say we're gonna be watching on a 30-minute, so I would like to see it get a close on a 30-minute above here, and then when you get your first contract, just make sure that you're being cognizant of the fact that it could possibly pull back and retest this flag. All right, that's a possibility, but most likely it's gonna go at least to about $50 before pulling back, because it's already done a pullback. All right. So yeah, we just patiently waiting for that breakout. All right. In the meantime, I will Where's that note? Where's my notebook? Again, y'all, this is a friendly reminder to always be journaling, right? I'm in a new journal now. Already on like page 3, right? Everything that's going on, write it down. What was your, what was your max profit? What did you take profit at? You know, what stocks were you holding? What swings did you hold? Right? How were you feeling when you took it? What was your reason for taking it? Was it just something that I said, or did I say something that you also noticed? The analysis that I did. Like, were you able to confirm that what I was saying was correct, or did you take it blindly? It's okay. Just make sure you take note of that so that you can be aware of this. Um, what else? Yeah, just stay in your journal. Yo. Anytime we enter anything, stay in this. Keep this with you anywhere you at. All right, it's always gonna be something that you can write down. And I know we have phones, but it's something about writing that makes it stick and hit harder for some reason. I've tried both, right? That's creatively and with learning. Like if I'm writing like a song or something like that, it's always better with a pen and a paper. It never hits the same with a phone. I don't know what that's about. All right. All right. So we got so Hood worked out, y'all. For y'all who are just joining and was on Hood yesterday, right? Remember we took Hood live in this, right? We took Hood live in the chat, and you can see that Hood worked out today. I'm gonna show you what happened with Hood today because it was some funny business at first, but it was just temporarily, and also by the time it happened, we had already taken profits. But anybody who stayed a little bit too long, they got knocked out of the trade, and then the trade came right back to working out. So it worked out, then they got knocked out, then it worked out again. So as you can see, it broke down, right? So it's down 1.3%, 1.4% now almost. Um, Obviously, the next level is right here at 102.02, right? That's probably where it's going to come down to before it runs into any traffic, right? If it can break below that, then it's ready to come down to the order block, all right? So we're talking about, around the 100 area. So that 102, then that 101.29, and then it could come down into this order block area. All right, so we may possibly, we may re-enter Hood. It just depends on how it closes today. All right, but it's definitely, like seeing a lot of downward momentum. Palantir, the same thing. We didn't call Palantir, but I showed you that it was going to be breaking out of this bear flag. I didn't say get in it, but I did, show that it had the bear flag. You know what I'm saying? So you see what happened today. This is live, y'all. Every day, 11:30, 2:30 Eastern, right? These are plays that you are getting for free, right? Somebody just literally randomly coming across this channel would have been able to 5x their money from Intel, probably double their money from Hood, and possibly 3x from this Palantir play if you wrote it all the way down. All right, so every single day, just make sure that y'all are here showing love, showing up for yourselves, and taking notes because it's going to be a lot of gems here. I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back anything. All right. So let's see. Let's go back to Intel because that's what we're waiting on. Right. Also, feel free to drop y'all plays in. Right. If I got something that y'all want to see, I will get around to it. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, Intel is getting there. It's getting there, y'all. It's getting there. Yes, sir. It's breaking out this flag. What I say? I gotta hop in the group real quick. I'm just hopping in. I'm on live. I'm talking to y'all too at the same time. So tell YouTube hello, everybody, and everybody on YouTube is saying what's up to y'all. But we are breaking that level, y'all, on Intel. So get ready, right? We want to get a close outside of it. It looks like we just got a close outside of it on the 15. I would like to see it close on the 30. So it got a little bit more time, but if we can get it closed on the 30, we can go ahead and take those plays. All right. So let's. You said y'all don't have to take the trade. Also, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Alchemist. All right, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm about to get back on YouTube, but I just wanted to drop in here and let y'all know that it has approached that 49 and it's broken out of the bull flag. We just need to get that closure. All right. All right. Had to handle business real quick. But yeah, y'all, I'm really liking this setup right here. If we can lock in um, a closure above this bull flag in about 15 minutes, then this one might be a go. All right. So y'all keep that one in mind. Let me flip back to y'all. Was there anything I wanted to see? What's this saying? Zay, what up, man? You got in? Awesome, awesome. Uh, yeah, we in the next 15 minutes there should be full confirmation of like a closure outside of that bull flag. Hey, Spence, you already know, man. You said took a little L yesterday, but it's all good. Jumping back in on Friday. Hey, that's all a part of the game, man. As long as you are learning and making those adjustments, it's gonna be all good. All right. Hey, look, if y'all are just joining, man, do me a favor and just hit that like button. That's all I need from you. All right. We should see as many likes in here as we see eyeballs. All right. We giving out plays that's doubling, tripling your money. And all I ask in return for every live is just a simple like. That's it. I don't want nothing else from you. All right. You said you're practicing not to take any trades if you don't see any. Yeah, yeah. That's number one, brother. If you don't see trades, man, you gotta go ahead. You gotta go ahead and just avoid getting in because you don't have to take a trade. You know what I mean? That's I, I'm. You know what? Let me just kind of speak to that real quick, right? Because I know exactly the feeling of wanting something to work out so bad that you're like, okay, I'm going to get at least this much every day, which is a good thing to have. It's good to have like a standard or something that you're aiming for. But the thing about the market is it does what it wants to do. It don't care about you. And it's like it's going to behave in its own nature. So we can't inflict our will upon the market. We got to make sure that we are honoring our rules, like our principles, just like in life. Like people can do whatever they want. If you a man or a woman and you walk this world with principles and morals and a code, you always gonna be straight. You know what I mean? You're always gonna be good no matter what's happening around you. So it's the same in the market. You got to kind of have like principles about how you enter, like things that need to happen first, and just work on that consistently. Like nobody's perfect, but just always keep it on your mind that like I have rules to this shit. You know what I mean? Like I have a way of doing things, and I honor that. Start practicing it in your personal life, and you'll also see it coming to fruition on the charts too. You said I would have been crazy not to take profits at 286. Right? Exactly. Hey, QTZ. Listen, we had to get up out of there. We had to get up out of there, even though, like I said, it probably will continue to go higher. Like we could always re-enter. But if you got like 286 is almost a 4x. I need y'all to understand this, right? So some people, I don't know if I think sometimes people might lose a little bit on the math, but if you get 100%, that's a double, right? So when you see like 300, 400%, it's not a 4x, it's a 5x. So if you got 200%, that's a 3x. If you got 286, that's almost a 4x. I got 401%. That's a 5x. Right? So it's like, yeah, mission accomplished. You know what I mean? Can it go higher? Yes, but did you wake up expecting to have 5 times what you put in? This is the part about like life and trading that we gotta like get into our heads. Let me come back fully on the screen, man, because I gotta talk to y'all. Like this is the part about life that we gotta really get drilled into our head. It's like You gotta be grateful when things come that are unexpected. You know what I mean? Like the measurement, the distance, right? We talking about the average distance on Intel is probably like around maybe like 1 to 2% that it moves per day. You get Intel to move 11%. You talking about that's like a whole week of green candles in one day. You got to take those profits off. You got to take those profits off because you can now you got 5x the money. Now you can sit back and be like, you know what? Let me take the amount that I risked times 2, and let me just put that over here. So it's no way you can even go back to where you came from because you done already took like 100% off, right? And you put that over there for a rainy day, or maybe you put it into a portfolio that you can put in for like like a longer term trade. But when you make that money that you were not expecting, you don't go right back in. You don't keep going. That greed spirit is something that will eat you alive in life and trading and anything. Right? It's like, yeah, we want to get more, but like hold on for a second. Like let's step back for 1 second. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I know I'm on a soapbox, but look, this is where y'all really gonna get the real knowledge, and I hope it's speaking to your soul. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you said till Friday. Hey man, it's all good. Listen, as long as you are here, 2,600 bands and just soaking up the knowledge, you good, right? So when the next opportunity comes around, you just go do your thing. We gonna miss some for sure, but you gonna get back in. He said, not at this point, just hanging and watching. Are we in Intel? Yeah, sorry, the internet issue is breaking the bull flag. Yeah. We just needed to close. I'm not looking at the chart right now, but we just needed to close. All right. So I'm gonna write some of these plays down that we got to go over. We got UNH. We got Meta. We got Lilly. We got Tesla. Okay. All right. Nah, for sure. Look, and as y'all come in, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. I truly appreciate it. It really, really, really helps out with getting us out there into the algorithm, right? There's people out here that need that knowledge. Y'all discovered me, y'all discovered Zay, in y'all quest for for information. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's a lot of people out there that's doing this. There's a lot of people that's out there teaching this stuff, but it ain't too many that's going to sit here and take the time to make sure that y'all get it. All right. And I really want y'all, like, when y'all, when it's all said and done, like, y'all really know what y'all doing to the point where whoever is around you can go and show them. You know what I mean? You say it's really looking like it's about to go. Yeah. Nah, listen, man. Like it got the pullback, right? So we study this every day. There's a certain way that the stocks move. So that pullback is what we were waiting for. If it can break out and close, yeah. He said 20. Hey, listen, Isaiah is an IWM master. So yeah, that IWM be cooking. I made 300% or 278% on IWM the other day from that call. So yeah, man. But between us, y'all are gonna have plays for days. The only thing you gotta worry about being in the group is like, which play do I want to take? Because we done vetted it, we done did the research, we showing y'all how to do the same exact thing. Okay. All right, I'm gonna jump back over to the charts real quick. And see if this thing is ready to go. Jump back over to the charts. Yeah. Yep, 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes, we get the close outside of this thing on the 30. We can go ahead and enter that. Yep. Also, I do want to say this. Look, I gotta say this because they starting to come at us now. I'm not a financial advisor. All right. I don't know what I be saying on here. I just be talking. Right? if you are going to enter any place, do your own homework, your own due diligence. Don't take my word for it. I'm just here to entertain you, right? I'm just here to entertain you. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is not financial advice in any capacity. All right. So yeah, we got to do that. So yeah, we just sitting here waiting for this, y'all. About 4 more minutes until this closes. Um, let's see. You know what? Let's go to one of these stocks because I know it's going to be a couple more like piling in. So let's go to UNH real quick, and then we'll jump right back to Intel, and then we could take this live online. All right. All right. So I believe Liz requested this one, y'all. So, well, let me look at them daily. Firstly, yeah, this is a very similar situation to what we got going on with Intel. We just need to. So it's pulled back, right? And I'm sorry, it's not pulled back. It's created this inside candle after gapping down, and this is again, y'all. This is what you would call a bullish harami. As long as this stays inside of this like this, it's a bullish harami, which is a very explosive signal, right? If this closes like this inside of this 2 candle like this, I'm swinging UNH. Straight up. Beautiful setup. I'm swinging it. If it can close like this, literally like 3 times this week, we've caught stuff with this same setup. Right? Bullish harami or bullish engulfing. Like at the end of a move, like it works like a charm. Again, nothing is ever 100%, but majority of the time when you see something like this, it's going to shoot up the next day. Really simple. And it's also a gap here that needs to be filled. So if tech takes a breather tomorrow, absolutely in healthcare you'll see this. And if we look around, a lot of tech is starting to dump. Palantir, Hood, right? You look at a lot of this tech, we're seeing red, right? So that we're seeing confirmation signals to the downside. You got a few exceptions with Nvidia and Tesla, but even Apple's down, right? Even AMD is down, right? ARM is down. There's a lot of blood in the streets in these tech streets, right? So this could be a really, really, really beautiful setup. So yeah, well, this is a. I'm gonna keep my eye on this for like the last 5 to 10 minutes of the market. All right, now let's get back to Intel before and see what happens. Okay, it's pushed down a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. We got about a minute left, y'all. Again, y'all, if y'all are just getting in here, show some love, say what up, hit that like button, man. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out tremendously. Now, you already know, Sajat. I'm always going to keep it 100 with y'all. You said SoFi? All right, yeah, we can do SoFi too. SoFi. Yeah, that IWM, man. I'm telling you, man. IWM, this is why IWM is so special, because at any level of trading, right? I'm saying any like capital level, like whatever amount of money you have, you can come in and start to double your money. You can come in with $20 and get a single IWM contract and then get it correct, right? Like turn that 20 into 40. and then once because when you have $20, you there's no such thing as like um, risk management. If you're trying to flip 50, up to your first couple hundred, then you gotta, or $20 to your first couple hundred, you gotta go very aggressive, pretty much like risking it all. But IWM allows you to do that if you can patiently identify, like the bigger moves in it. And then like as your account starts to grow a little bit, then you start to implement risk management, and just start getting like $10 a day, $20 a day, right? Just let it accumulate, and then you start taking maybe 1 to 2 trades a day, not risking it all, but 20% of your account, right? And then you just keep repeating that over a period of time. Yes, there will be some few slight losses here and there, but you'll be able to identify when it's going against you before you lose the entire thing, right? But it's I mean, man, it's so much. Yeah, I'll explain the bullish around me in just a second, Adam. I got you. You said the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm telling you. Listen, if I got conviction about a trade, it's like I said, I'm not always right, but I'm right most of the time. And it's not for the sake of being right. It's because like I'm studying this and I'm giving it to y'all. You said Intel has a fair value gap. You talking about to the upside? 2600. So Don G, if you in the group, I talked about leaps in Palantir at about 150, right? Technically, technically, right here is not a bad leap because I'm still seeing retracement, right? But the best entry would be like you enter it and then next day you already see some progress on your leap, would be down there at about 150. That's where the order block is sitting. That's where a lot of smart money is sitting. Um, Marcy, I got to make a run. I'm going to listen to you in the car. I cannot, take a live trade, but I will. Awesome. No worries, Liz. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'm glad you were able to catch, Intel the other day. All right, growing and glowing. Are you still taking the March 20? Yeah, yeah, yes. You still want to go, 30 to 60 days out. Exactly, QTs. It's not wrong or right. It's just like it either pays or it doesn't. Exactly. It either plays out or it doesn't. All right. All right, so we gotta push down. We didn't get the close. We didn't get the close above the bull flag, so we're not gonna take it just yet. Right? We gotta close outside of this flag, yo. We don't we don't wanna risk it, for no reason. We wanna see a clear confirmation, before taking it. All right. Just wanna be clear on that so y'all see that. All right, now I'll explain to you really quickly, Adam, what the bullish harami is. So, and always feel free to go and confirm this information, yo. So, a bullish harami is literally the mirror of a bullish engulfing, and I'll show you what I mean. A bullish harami is the mirror of a bullish engulfing, meaning it's the inverse, right? So when you look at, I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna pull up an example too. All right. So you see how this candle is inside this candle, right? It's inside this candle. This is considered a bullish harami, right? A bullish harami is when you get a strong move down, and then you have a candle whose body sits inside of the body of the previous candle, right? So this is a very strong reversal signal. All right. Now I'm gonna show you something real quick on Google. Let's see, bullish harami. All right. So can y'all see this? Maybe I click on this one. This might be easier. All right. So this is showing a bearish harami, right? This is a up move, right? It's showing that it went up and then it made a green, another bullish move. And then as you guys can see, there's a red candle opening inside of it, right? And then the confirmation here is just a lower, lower low, lower high. We know how that goes. That's what every reversal pattern setup is what you're looking for, right? So the bullish harami is the same thing, but it's the inverse. We got a red candle after a down move, and then we have a green candle sitting inside of it. All right. Now let's go back to UNH. That's exactly what this is. I can cut the strat off. Let me cut the strat off so you can see. Because sometimes we get confused with the strat colors. That's a green candle. You see that? That's a green candle. It's yellow when the strat is on because it's an inside bar, but that's a green candle. Okay? So when we go back to, like I said, no thank you, right? That's what we're seeing right now on UNH. Now, I want y'all to be clear that this is showing it, it's showing a pretty significant distance between the body here and the body here. But y'all got to understand that rules for trading patterns are not to, they don't have to, let me switch back on so I can see how when I say this. When you see something as a drawing or a rule for how a pattern looks, you got to understand that it doesn't always have to look exactly like it, but it just has to have the features of it. And I hope this makes sense to y'all. I'm really trying to make sure I'm breaking this down so you really understand what I'm saying. If it's a bullish harami, we just need to have the body inside of the previous candle. So the green body inside of the red previous body of the candle. That's it. Sometimes it might be a taller one. Sometimes it might be a shorter one. But as long as it's sitting inside of it and it closes that way, we can rest assured that it is a bullish harami, right? Now, the confirmation would be a higher high and a higher low, just like any reversal signal. The confirmation is always a higher high and a higher low. However, if we don't get that, a lot of times it's going to be explosive the very next day, right? So some people wait for the confirmation. Some people, get in the day before the confirmation because the occurrence is such an explosive one, and that confirmation might be a gap up, right? You might get a whole bullish candle that gapped up. Precisely what happened today. We literally had the same exact setup on Intel, and Intel opened up. It was up like 5% in pre-market, then it opened up 7%. And we got out when it was up like 10, 11%. And I made 400% on that, right? People in the group, 200, 300%, right? These are explosive patterns. So always remember, like, even a bull flag not always going to have a perfect, flag, hanging down, but it is a flag. And another way to think about it, this might be a little deep, but another way to think about a pattern is like, all right, a bull flag is a flag, right? Is a flag always waving down? No, sometimes a flag is waving across. You understand what I'm saying? When you start to think a little bit deeper to it, it's like in real life, it's an example of it. Like a bull flag can go across, so we can have an up move and then a sideways consolidation, or we can have an up move and a diagonally down consolidation, like a flag that's hanging down. Or it might be a windy day and that flag is going straight across. You see what I'm saying? The head and shoulders. There's some people with very good symmetry on their body. It's some people that got a little shoulder like this. It's some people who body like this. It doesn't mean it's not a body, though. It doesn't mean that it's not a real human body. It doesn't mean that it's not a real head and shoulders. Like sometimes it's going to be a little abstract. It's going to look a little different. But all we got to do is just make sure that we see the features, right? That this is really indeed what we are seeing. And then, of course, it just needs to break certain levels. And then, we take our entries accordingly. All right, listen, if y'all are in here and y'all getting some value, man, y'all show some love. Y'all hit that like button. Definitely, I will never gatekeep information. Like I said, I'm pouring into y'all every single day. The only thing that I ever ask of you is just to hit the like button. right? Just doop, one time. It takes 1 second, right? No energy at all, but it shows me that this is helpful to you. It helps me continue to show up with, with new and better information every time I go live. All right. So that would mean a lot if y'all can go ahead and do that for me. All right. If you haven't done it already. All right. Is this all making sense to y'all? You said UNH July 1st. Yeah, that's not a bad expiration date. Wicks don't matter. No, Wicks don't. Wicks matter when you're drawing your when you want to draw the pattern, right? And your levels, it matters because it is giving you the end of the zone. Some people draw their levels at where the body closed, but I just go ahead and draw my levels at where the wick went because it's a conservative approach. It's letting me know that, all right, if it gets outside of this, it really is trying to leave. It's really trying to like break out or it's trying to fail, right? But if you're not considering like where it went, you're going to be surprised when it returns there. All right, so write that down and remember that. If you are not writing down where something went and taking note of where it went, it's going to catch you completely off when it returns there, right? You said so with all one bars on yeah, pretty much a one bar essentially is like not all one bars, Adam. The reason not all one bar is because sometimes you'll see a one bar that is not at the end of a down move or at the end of an up move. It might be inside of a consolidation, right? A bullish harami or a bearish harami happens at the end of a down move. So you got 1, 2, 3 candles down, and then or more, right? It's not always just one. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the part about it. The rules don't have to be followed exactly, but for the most part, you just want to see a downward move, and then when it's reversing, right? If you see that green candle and then a red candle on it. I'm sorry, that last red candle has a green candle on the inside of it. That's a reversal signal. But you can only get a reversal signal if something is at a point of reversal, right? So that means that it has to be trending down or trending up. And a bullish harami or a bearish harami can only appear to change the direction. You can't get a bearish harami or a bullish harami in a situation where it's not going down or not going up. You see what I'm saying? It would just be a consolidation candle. All right, I hope that's making sense, y'all. And again, like I said, if you're just getting in here, go ahead and hit that like button. We got about five different stocks that we're about to go over real quick. And again, feel free to just drop the whatever stocks you want to analyze. I'm gonna try to get to them before we get off. All right, it's making sense. All right, cool. We're gonna get right back into it. Let's go. We're gonna go look at Meta now, y'all. We're gonna go check out Meta. All right, so this is looking like it's trying to break out. This is also really good, right? This is also really good. Seeing this, if it closes outside of this body, that's also a good sign, right? It's no longer what you would call a bullish harami, but it's a bullish reversal. So whether it closes out here or whether it closes inside, it's still looking good, like for the next few weeks to come up and close this gap. So I'll be in the group and let y'all know, like within the last 5 to 10 minutes, whether or not I'm going to be taking this on a swing. But this is something that I'll probably, if I do take the swing, it'll probably be about 30 days out. All right. Matter of fact, let me cut this Bollinger Band on real quick and see exactly where it's sitting at. It's a runtime error. I got to reload it. But yeah, like I said, if you're in Prosperity Collective, I'll jump back in the group and let y'all know how I'm entering this particular play if I decide to take it. All right, so we did UNH, now Meta. Oh, hold on, can y'all see my screen? Okay, my bad. I didn't flip it back on. How about now? Y'all can see it? So y'all see how UNH is starting to push above. So now the body is higher than this. That's still a reversal pattern, right? That's still a reversal pattern. But if this pushes back, so if this starts to push down and it closes down here, then it's closing as a bullish harami. So really, there's no, the way that this opened today and performed today, there's really no way that this is not reversing unless it breaks below the low, right? So if it closes above, that's a bullish reversal. If it closes in here, that's a bullish harami. So either way, we're good unless something crazy happens and it breaks below here. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I'm thinking about entries. Like I said, 5 to 10 minutes before market open, because I really like this setup. This could be very explosive. All right. Okay. So we got Meta. Yeah, Meta's looking real putty. So going back to what I said, y'all, this is also something to keep in mind. Like when there's a lot of tech that looks like it's ready to fall, and then there's a bullish setup in healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Like this the type of thinking you gotta have when you trade and you really trying to execute. Go back and just compare charts. This is what I want you to do. I want you to look at UNH and I want you to look at Merck, MRK, right? I want you to look at those, the performance of those candlesticks, and compare it to the performance of like Palantir and like Meta, and see how often it was performing on the same day. Sometimes, most of the time, you're going to notice that they're in opposition of each other. They're not performing on the same day. Every blue moon, the whole market is going to be going up. Like if we get some crazy news, like Trump is like, better go buy stocks. That's when you'll see everything up. But on just a normal day in the market, you're typically not going to see a lot of tech and healthcare performing at the same time. That's a rare thing. Okay, so we want things that are more high probability and common. So if we're seeing all these setups to go down on tech, we gotta be paying attention to the bullish setups over in healthcare. All right, so we got a bullish setup on UNH, and we have bearish setups on Meta, Palantir, Hood, all of those, right? So and a lot of those earnings are happening next week. So that means that we could get the remainder of the week a little quick bullish pump in healthcare, and then next week is when we start to see probably a big rally in tech. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me check back in, because I want to make sure that y'all feeling the logic. Is that making sense to y'all? Yeah. I just want, like I said, I just want to make sure this is sinking in. And again, as you were coming in, man, I appreciate it. All right, you came to the right place. Hit that like button, man. It tremendously helps this get into the algorithm and get it out to many more people that need this type of information. All right, if you all are looking for a trading home, remember the Prosperity Collective is the way. Right, the link is in the bio of every video I've created. You just hit that link when you're ready. Right? When you're ready to join the family, you're ready to take things serious, we're going to be here. All right? No pressure, none of that. But when you are ready, make that decision. All right? Again, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. I never gatekeep levels or none of that stuff from y'all. All right? Okay, we're going to get back to business. So Meta, y'all can see that, right? Meta has two failed two ups. And we got all of this down here, right? We got these fair values. Look at all this. Like, come on. We got plenty of we got a little gap down here. Yeah, this wants to come down. Now, it can absolutely go up too, right? This is why you gotta always understand both scenarios. As a matter of fact, let me draw the line right here so you can see it clearly. This is a level right here, right? We had this sweep right here, so we also going to keep that in mind. Remember, I said you got to know where something went, so you're not surprised about where it may return. So we're going to put that level there too, right? If we break above this level and close on the daily, then we can see this pump to 710, right? If we get a failure, then we can see this come down and try to fill this gap down here to 622. All right. We're not going to enter this today, even though it may drop crazy tomorrow. I don't want you to put that much risk on yourself, especially if there are other better setups that are more likely to do what it's supposed to do. You never know with tech. You never know what you might get overnight, especially since there's earnings coming next week and there's a few earnings this week. So what I want to see on Meta is a bearish confirmation. I would like to see a close bearish tomorrow, right? Shit, if this could close bearish today, like if today this came down to like 664, I'd take it today on a swing. But since we got two of these failed two ups, it's attempting to fail, which means that there are some buyers that are trying to keep this propped up. So I would leave it alone until we got the confirmation. All right. So Meta looks good to the downside. If it can have a close with a lower low and a lower high either today or tomorrow. It looks good to the upside if it can close above this swing high. And then again, we could play this up to 710, which was the shadow of where it was. All right. Sound good, Liz? All right. I'm glad this is helpful to y'all. All right, so that's we got UNV, we got Meta. We're gonna go Eli Lilly. I see y'all like expensive stocks, huh? Y'all got money, huh? Y'all like the expensive stocks. Y'all like y'all stocks that cost a little money, huh? She said Nvidia too. All right, I got you. All right, so yeah, Lilly is Eli Lilly is in this little range. Could possibly reverse here. It's at a little level right here, right? Level that it formed on December 16th. So it looks like it could be bouncing here, but again, I'm not super excited about it with all this chop right here. So when y'all looking to get in stuff, y'all want to see clean, you want to see clean green levels or clean red levels, depending on which direction you're trying to go in. When you see a bunch of chop in an area, it's going to kind of behave in that same manner, right? When it gets in that area, but just between these two candles right here, we could see it retrace up to 1,073. So that's a decent movement. But I would need to see a confirmation on this first. So if it closes like this, it does want to reverse. But then I would check back in tomorrow to see if we could close with a higher high and a higher low, and then I'd be interested in some sort of entry on Eli Lilly. But if we come and we break below, let's say this 975 swing low, then that's when you can start to see it come down to levels around here. But right now it's a little expensive for me. Like it's a little higher than it needs to be for me to be like, oh, that's a great entry. I would like to see this, obviously, like if I'm making a decision about buying a stock or or leaps and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm always waiting for these. I'm waiting for order blocks. I'm not going to take a random entry into a play that's not really near a major level. The likelihood of y'all getting that explosive move is just way lower. Is less reward to risk ratio, right? So we could get a retracement up to here, but what if you were able to grab it down here and get it out for 30 days, as opposed to grabbing it here and trying to guess what it's going to do, in a few days. You see what I'm saying? So Eli looks cool, but it's not quite there yet for a full confirmation and for me to be interested in taking it. But again, whenever we go over something, we can revisit it to see how it played out. So we can come back, tomorrow and see how Eli Lilly plays. But right now, I don't see anything on it. All right. Can we look at Palantir? Yeah, I'll add that to the list. We gotta have Palantir on there. You said Hum is down about same as UNH. Hasn't started to rebound yet, down 28%. You said Hum. What's Hum? Yeah, she said I don't like expensive stocks, but I play setup. Yeah, if the setup there, right? He said Meta looks like it's about to close above that weekly candle. It's still looking bearish. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's like I can't justify just getting in Meta right now because even though it has the fail to up, which means that it's ready to reverse to the downside, it could easily break above that high because it's sitting right there. You could get some volume to come in, some news could come in, and it could take off. You know what I mean? So this is why we wait for confirmations, right? That's why we wait for confirmations. All right, yeah, we're gonna look at Palantir. That makes sense, Liz. All right, you clocking it? All right, TXN. Yeah, we can do that. And again, y'all look as y'all coming in, do me a favor and just hit that like button. That means it means a lot. It really helps out. Get this to the masses. Like just do it. Doop, one time. If you've been on this long, you might as well do it, right? All right. So Tesla was next. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. Mm, it's a couple ways to interpret Tesla. You could look at Tesla as kind of having a little bit of a bullish harami, right? Like we just went over this little area right here. You can interpret that as a bullish harami because it is a pullback. It's a swing low. That could definitely be a bullish harami, right? But you could also interpret this as it attempting to go higher and failing. So this could be, it's a lot of selling pressure here. We just got to see how this closes. If this closes with a lower low, then it may be wanting to come down and retest this neckline. I got this line drawn right here at the shoulder because I'm not interested in Tesla to the upside until it gets above that. So below previous day lows, it's decent to swing down to 417, and then above 456, it's safe to swing up to a retrace of the 498, right? Obviously, we will adjust expiration dates and how long we're going to hold it as we get closer and get more familiar with the economic landscape and price action and all that stuff. But for now, that's what I'm seeing. Nothing super exciting for Tesla. All right. SoFi. SoFi is a powerful company, man. I really in the long run, I got them being $100 stock. Come back to this live in about a year. Let's see. Yeah, it's closing. Yesterday was the confirmation candle. See, it had a fail to up 2 days ago. So it had a fail to up on Monday. Tuesday was the confirmation candle, and then today it went down. Y'all see how that works? Reversal, confirmation, down. So that went according to plan. Whoever was looking at that, I don't recall talking about this week, but if you took that, then you made good money. It's right back at a level now. So we could see it bounce, but right now I wouldn't mess with it. Like it could continue down, but I don't like taking that fourth day. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like taking that fourth day without a pullback. So here's how it goes, right? If you get a reversal signal and then you get a confirmation, the best entry is that very next day, right? Or 5 minutes before the market closed so that you can get the entry for the next day, right? But if you get a downward movement after, as a confirmation, you get the confirmation and then a downward movement, and that downward day is pretty big and it takes you down to a level and it's sitting at a level, it typically means that it may want to pull back and you can make more money by just being patient. This is the difference, y'all. This is the difference between you making money and not making money. It's like, oh, I saw that play worked out for you. I didn't get a chance to get in. I want to get in. Well, you may want to get in, but the stock behaves a certain way. it gets tired when it goes for its little run, right? It ran a little bit on the confirmation day, and then it ran to its stopping point that next day. So when it's at its stopping point, it's taking a little breath. It's like I might go back. You want to wait for it to go back, and then go back, and when it goes back, you have to wait for it to see if it wants to return and then go further, right? So pullbacks are your friend. It's like literally like imagine you trying to make $200 today because you want it, instead of waiting to make $1,000 tomorrow because you're impatient. You see what I'm saying? Like that's all trading is. It's like it's not when you want it, it's when it's available, when it's there. If I can go get $1,000 on one day, and I have a goal of a couple $100s a day, and I can get $1,000 by waiting for the right moment, well, my average is still $200 a day. But I did what I was supposed to do. I waited. I was patient. What happens when you try to force the $200 a day is that you don't have enough money to take advantage of that $1,000 day, and you lost the money that you was trying to force. So now you're in a real bad situation. Now you're trying to sell some shit, or you gotta go work some extra hours to try to replace that money. When all you had to do was control yourself, control your you know what I'm saying, like your impulses. That's what this shit boils down to. It ain't nothing more than that. Ain't nobody on here smarter than anybody. But there's a difference between the control, right? That's an internal job. And we gotta really look at that on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? Check in with yourselves on that. Meta has earnings tonight, so I would not trade it. Yeah. That's another thing, right? If the earnings for Meta tonight, definitely stay away from that. It's hinting at wanting to come down, but yeah, these are market movers too, right? So this could determine like what tech does, you know, overall. Tesla has earnings too. Yeah, so break above 680 for calls for me. Nice. Okay. EXE looking for two right here. Hey, you know I be on my soapbox sometime, Liz. I be having these little rants, but I promise you, if you catch the gems and the rants and apply them, y'all gonna be rich, straight up. All right. So again, y'all, as y'all coming in, go ahead and hit the like button, man. It truly helps out. We're gonna go ahead and go into NVIDIA. And you know what? If I'm being honest, now that I'm reflecting on it, like a lot of tech does look like it wants to come down. And I know I was talking about if UNH closes a certain way, I would take it. But I wasn't aware that Tesla and Meta, have earnings today. So I'm not swinging anything today, straight up. I'm not swinging anything because I'm not getting caught up in any surprises tomorrow. We can readjust, right? We still gonna be live. We still gonna see the levels, but a real story is gonna be told, overnight. So it's no point of even putting yourself in that position. UNH does look like it wants to go up, and a lot of tech does look like it wants to come down. But if I'm being very conservative about it, I don't want to take no risk with both Meta and Tesla possibly going crazy, right? So we going to chill on the swings. I'm not entering anything. I'm gonna go look at UNH and all of that, but and just see what it's doing. But I'm probably not going to take it. Right? It was such a good day today. It's no point. All right, yeah. NVIDIA is in a bearish order block right now, so it could absolutely come down. But again, if we get a super inflow of orders in the tech space, we could see this break above this order block and start to make its way up to highs, right? So I wouldn't be in a rush to swing anything today with those type of earnings happening this evening. It's a doji, so it's people are very indecisive right here in this order block, but it could very well come back down and retest this bull flag right here, or it could fall crazy, um, and come down here because this is considered a double top, right? Right here, right here. If it comes down, that would be considered a double top. See this M shape, right? So the next wave would be down here if it decides to break down. So yeah, I would leave Nvidia alone. I don't see like I don't see a like, oh my God, that's a great opportunity. Um, because like I said, normal if it wasn't earnings, then I'd be like, oh yeah, this look like it's ready to come down, and I would just be like, oh, just wait for a confirmation. Some people would take it a little early, but I would just say wait for a confirmation. So if a confirmation is going to be next day, then you would miss earnings anyway. So that'd be a better time to enter anyway. So I would wait for a lower low, lower high on Nvidia to the downside, and then from there you could take that swing, and then the next day you should make your money. You can get out, right? Since that's going to be happening on a Thursday and Friday, I would definitely recommend getting your contracts out to at least next week, if you do that when you do it. All right. SoFi, Nvidia, Palantir, one of my favorites, Palina. Yeah, Palina dumping. Again, we talked about this on live. It's doing that. It's coming down to that first level. Um, this is where we drew the bull flag, right? To come all the way. I mean the bear flag, right? We drew this a couple days ago. So this is supposed to come down to about 147. I would love to buy in this area. Palantir's earnings are next week, so it could continue to come down. I'm not going to play it anymore to the downside. I'm just waiting for it to get to the downside. Because it could also jump. Like I said, if the market goes crazy tomorrow. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting, and I got alert set here. But if it gets here, man, I'm gonna put a nice low amount in a leap, because that would be a really nice pullback. It would be matter of fact, let me say. So this is the high right here, 208. Bring that down. If it came to, you talking about that would make Palantir down 31%. Palantir pulls back 31%, you get in leaps. Point blank, period. Because the next break above highs and that next wave of a bullish run is going to take it to $300. So this stock will double, at some point over the next couple of years. If you're in leaps, you don't have to worry about trying to time when it's going to make these sprints and stuff like that. You can literally just sit back and let it accumulate, and you'll be proud of yourself that you made such a smart decision. All right, so yeah, that's the move on Palantir. Like I said, it's looking very bearish right now, but it already made this second move after the confirmation. Right here, it broke out, stayed down. Like I'm not really interested in it to the downside. I'm much more interested in it to the upside for the longer term. So I'm not going to try to like suck any more juice out of this one right here. It looks like it's pretty squeezed. It is flirting with a level right here, so it could bounce. And we don't want to get caught up in any sort of reversal or anything like that. All right. So that's Palantir. Yeah, you already know Paulina, man. You said still waiting on Intel. Where's Intel at right now? Did it close outside the bull flag? Let's see. Yeah, no, it hasn't closed outside the bull flag yet. So no, I'm not really thinking about getting it right now, but we'll see. Like I said, it could continue to push up for sure. It's in the gap. But I would love for it to get that confirmation outside of the bull flag first. So I may stay away from it. Okay. All right, we got TXN. Texas Instruments, man. I remember we used to. Oh man, what happened with them? They had earnings. Did TXN have earnings, y'all? These joints went crazy. This the same performance as Intel. Intel and Texas Instruments. So all the school supplies got pushes today. Wow. Let me look at this. I don't think I've ever traded Texas Instruments. I used to use them joints back in school though. What was the name of the calculator again? What was it, like a TI 80 something? Y'all remember the name of them calculators? TI 83 or something? You said, all right, Iran. Yeah, we can look at Iran. Uh, they got earnings tomorrow. Okay. Hold on. Texas Instruments has earnings tomorrow? You in it? Oh, you killing it. How much are you up, K player, if you don't mind? You don't have to say the dollar amount, but just like percentage. Yeah, we looked at Zoom. I can TI 83. Yep. Yeah, I remember I used to use them joints in math, man. Trying to add it up. Math was always like it was always like it was always I was always strong in math. I always had an easy time with math. Um, I remember one time. I remember one time when I was in middle school, cause like I don't think I was never dumb, but I had moments when I was, what I'm saying, I wasn't really behaving how I should, or just being myself. And was caught up, but I've never been dumb. That's never been like what I mean? Like people go through phases. That's never a phase that I went through. I might have done some dumb shit, but always knew what was going on. And I remember one time we were in school, and I'm getting done hanging with the people I'm hanging with. We going back to class, and they like they saw I was in a class with like five other people. They're like, yo, what type of class is this? And then that's when they found out I was in advanced math, and they was like, how you get in that? And I'm like, "Yeah, like what that mean? What you trying to say? I don't look like I'm smart or something." I remember I was the one at the honor roll assembly that people like they couldn't believe I had good grades. They was like, how? You was with me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, you was doing everything we was doing, but you got a 4.0. How is this possible? All right. Enough about that. Let's go. Iran. Oops. Iran. We're gonna see. All right. Yeah, I like this. Really strong movement today. Let's see. Yeah. We talked about this on the live the other day, right? We talked about this breaking out. Yeah, this could go. I mean, this could retrace highs. This also had a bullish around me, like right here in this area, off the order block. So yeah, this would have been a really good play to take yesterday. Um, Again, I wouldn't recommend like getting into it right now, but it did what it was supposed to do. After we discussed it, I don't see like a good entry right now. Um, Again, I would probably let this do its thing first. Maybe it could make its way to 68.35 before pulling back. But I wouldn't want y'all to get caught up in an early pullback. Again, I just coming off of FOMC, um, having these earnings coming up, like I'm just not sure exactly what the market is going to do tomorrow. I think we might have a couple of curveballs, so I'm not recommending taking any plays today, yo. I'm just being real. Um, it's some stuff that looks pretty good, but instead of trying to take it off the reversal, um, I recommend just waiting for confirmation. So this looks good. It's doing its thing. It's breaking out, but I would like to see a little pullback on this first. Um, and like I said, maybe it will happen around $68. It could possibly just fall tomorrow. You know what I mean? But there's nothing on this setup right here that's telling me like, yeah, let's do it. There could definitely be some opportunity intraday. If you guys want to look at like a lower time frame, like we can go look at the 15 minute, and there might be like a little scalp that you could catch. But yeah, look at that consolidation. That's not something I would even be interested in trading. You see, it's in a major consolidation right now. Nothing about this, look at the volume. It's decreasing. That's nothing about this says get into a trade, right? So yeah, I would just wait. I would just wait to see what Iran does tomorrow. And like I said, there may be a better entry for a little bit later. Also, I don't know if y'all remember when we first started trading Iran, like this thing was like, I don't know, like I think it was like $12 or something when we started trading. Look at where Iran is at. Like, come on, $62. This thing been pumping. So we also might get a bigger pullback just because it's been on this tear. Um, all right, let's look at Zoom. Look at Zoom. Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, taking out the time. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It takes 1 second, right? If you are just tuning in, like hit the like button. Also, make sure you go back and look at this live as well as other lives. It's so much information in there that is really going to help you. It's not just the levels, right? We got levels, but it's not just that. It's the information in there that's really going to take your trading to the next level, right? Understanding the nuances of certain patterns, all of that stuff, right? All right, so Zoom, yeah, Zoom on a daily right now looks like it wants to come down. We got the fail to up here, and then it went back to try to retest it, and then it failed. Oh shit, there's about only 12 minutes left in the market. I've been rapping, but yeah, this could possibly come down tomorrow again. I would want to see a confirmation. Um, oh, you know what this is actually forming? This is actually, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I actually, I actually like this. Mm, hold on real quick. Ooh, I think I'm gonna take this one, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Damn, we got 10 minutes left. Okay, I might take this one, y'all. Hold up. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna take this one, y'all. I'm about to get in this one right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna walk y'all. I'm gonna walk y'all through it. Zoom 96 puts size for zero. Zoom 96 puts size for zero. Right, weekly expiration. I'm in it. I'm in Zoom put, y'all. Size for zero. Um, this is a bearish Harami right here. Unreasonable pump right here. Gap to fill down here. Inside candle failed the upside. We should see this come down to at least $92 tomorrow. Maybe lower. I like that one a lot. Yeah. So the strike on that was 97, I believe it was. Yeah, 97. Yeah, weekly expiration. But you could also do next week. You know what I mean? You could go next week, but I believe we get this. This is this is what we've been talking about all day. Is these setups have been appearing all over the place. So yeah, this could very well fall pretty hard tomorrow. So it got a lot to clean up right here. Huge. So the fair value gap. The fair value gap is massive. It's from here to here, right? Or some may say right right in here, but just we got all of this to clean up right here. Um, it is a bearish Harami. I just showed y'all. Look, I'm about to show you again. What are we seeing? Are we seeing the same? This is that. This is that. Y'all see that? Up move, inside red candle. Up move, red candle, inside green candle. Right? This, yeah, I like this a lot, yo. And also, again, remember I told y'all the rule. Sometimes the colors will be interchangeable. What you want to focus on is the direction. So even though this is a red candle, it's a red candle that had a higher high and a higher low. So it's still in an upward trajectory. So anything that is sitting inside of that is going to be a bearish Harami. So again, I size for zero. It's like don't go crazy on it, but yeah, size for zero. Like get whatever amount you feel comfortable with. But this is a beautiful setup. All right. You said, can you repeat? Yeah, so it's the 97 strike price, weekly expiration or next week expiration. And again, y'all, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here for entertainment purposes. Just sharing my knowledge purely for the fun of it, the hell of it. Please do your due diligence, your homework, all of that good stuff. Yeah, but yeah, that's it, yo. We went through quite a bit. Let me pop back over here. We went through quite a bit. I think, like I said, I think that's going to be a really nice play tomorrow. But we will see in the morning. Again, there's some other setups like UNH. There's also Intel that was looking good, but it didn't do exactly like what I wanted it to do. So so we're just gonna be a little bit patient on it. Again, Intel could continue to pump tomorrow, but It's better safe. It's better safe than sorry. Zoom has a really good setup. UNH. I know y'all can't see my chart, but I'm just going through it. Yeah, UNH is closing with that with a very similar setup. So I low key want to take UNH. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not trying to take so many swings. You know what I mean at once. But UNH is not a bad. It's not a bad play either. It's on record, so we'll come back and um, see how it performed tomorrow. But we'll be back here on live again. If y'all are just joining, hit that like button just doop one time for me. It means a lot. You know what I mean? I can continue to show up like this. The more you guys, hit that like button because, obviously the channel grows. More people get to hear this information, and so goes it. But yeah, we took the Zoom play. We're gonna see how it plays out tomorrow. But I feel really good about that one. Again, hit that like button. If you're also, like I said, if you're looking for a trading home, if there's anybody in the Prosperity Collective, just do me a favor, right? Just honestly speaking, like, has this been a great experience for you? For people who may be watching and on the fence about whether or not they want to join. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what to say. You don't gotta say nothing at all, but whatever you feel moved to say, you know what I mean? Like, please just, share it in the chat. If there's a person that's like this, kind of like, man, I've been seeing this guy, on YouTube every day and been catching some of the plays, but what's the community like? So yeah, yo. I ain't eat my apple, yo. I told you I'm gonna do a little apple taste test one of these days. I gotta find some of them drinks I've been talking about. The NB apple and the Macintosh. Mm. Mm. I'm trying to tell you. Man. Well, yeah. But all right, y'all. You said day 2 in the group. And it's a great group. I've been in other Discords, but this is next level. All green for the past 2 days. Hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, K. K Player 88. Hey, K, where you from, K? What city you from? Nah, I appreciate that. So you've been green for the last. Hey, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All from making a decision, right? That's beautiful. He said first time doing the swing. There we go. We love to see it, right? Hey, listen. Shout out to all of y'all that are acting in spite of your resistance. Because if there's one thing that I know about trying to do something new, it's that fear accompanies it, right? There's things that we've experienced in our life, like just living in the United States, right? Just existing where fear is all around us. Like everything is like pushing us up against a wall to feel like we can't do something. But I always got to commend people when they act in spite of fear, because guess what? That's the only time you can get a result. If you, it's nothing wrong with feeling fear. Like I feel it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I know I make this shit look good, but I be scared sometimes. It's a lot of things I be doing. Like, I run a watch company. You know how many times I had to put up 6 figures? You know how many times I've had to like risk hundreds of thousands of like large amounts of money that I could possibly lose, right? It's times that I be scared. It's times where I be fearful in this life, but you get rewarded when you just decide to move, right? Especially if it's something that's been calling you or something that you've been knowing that you can do, but you just letting this little bit of fear get in the way. Look, we all human, we all got it, but you got to act in spite of it. That's the only way your life is going to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way your life is going to improve is if you say, all right, I see you, I feel you. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Point blank, period. That's awesome, man. Hey, 2600. We're gonna welcome you. It's gonna, like I said, when you come in there, it's a family. When you come in there, it's a family. We're gonna make sure y'all good. But yeah, that's all. That's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all, taking y'all time out, hanging with your boy. Um, I'll be right here again tomorrow, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. We will be right here. Like I said, as a team, as a family, working through it, trying to figure out, what the best next step is or what we got to do. All right, y'all keep on locking in. Again, y'all keep going to these, right? Keep going to these. Keep jotting your notes in your journal. After trades. Once a week, take time to review what happened that week. Right? That's the preparation part, and then that's the planning part. Right? Keep doing that over time. You're going to have good results. If you let one side slip, just know that you're being okay with the results slipping a little bit too. But if you want to maximize your results and you want to continue to go up, I'm giving you all the steps of somebody who's lost $50,000 and had to claw his way back, who had to claw and fight his way back mentally, right? Who had to get over the fact, all the negative thoughts that come with messing up that kind of money, right? And being like, man, I could literally just go do something else. But it's like, no, staying with it and noticing every little error of my ways, fixing those little bad habits, constantly reflecting and evaluating myself and making those changes and tweaks and adjustments. You know what I mean? And just continuing to stay in that vibe, that frequency. And over time, you just become a person that you didn't even realize you could become. And you start to level up your thinking. You start wanting more out of life. You start realizing how possible everything is. You feel me? So yeah, we about to get up out of here. Again, I appreciate y'all. It's always love over here, man. It's good to see y'all in here. Beta A, what up, bro? Stephen, what's going on, man? You in a slump right now? Hey, Steven, it's okay. What's been you got me for a few minutes. What's been the issue? What have you been having like the most issues with? Talk to me. You said check the herbs chat. Okay, yeah, I'll look at it when I get off of here, Cortez. Yeah, I'll look at it. You say you need to link up with the IWM buddy. Yeah. No, definitely holler at Zay. Like he be killing IWM. That's definitely a great way to start when you come in. You know what I'm saying? Like I still trade IWM. Everybody, if you in the group, we all trade IWM. You know what I'm saying? We take each other's plays. Like it's just love in there, man. You said it's good that you never. Yeah. Now you got to stay with it, man. That's the only way you're gonna go up. All right. I think Stephen might not be here anymore. I don't think he might have hopped off. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, heart this up, like this up. Man, it seems like every time I get on here, it get bigger and bigger. So I appreciate y'all. All right, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all know it's always okay. He just came. He said I miss out on calls due to my situation. Okay. Are you I don't want if you got if it's information that you don't want to share, that's fine in terms of like the specifics of it. But yeah, reach out. I don't know if you're in the group, but just reach out to me. Reach out to me. Shoot me a message or something, and we'll talk. All right. All right, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.